press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hi students, welcome back to your social science class. Today we are going to deal with a new chapter, that is water resources of Karnataka. How we as a country, India as a whole, is surrounded by water on three sides. Okay? The Arabian Sea, the Indian Ocean and the Bay of Bengal. So we are surrounded by water on three sides, and we are very fortunate to have a lot of water around us. Whereas if you look at the other countries, they are somewhere in between. Just look at the world map. The other countries are somewhere in between, okay? And they are not that fortunate as India is. Now, when I break down our country into our state Karnataka, even Karnataka on one side, the coastal area is covered by water. If not the Malnad and the Maidan region, we have studied in our state Karnataka. So everything will be easy in this chapter for you because most of the things have been dealt in our state Karnataka. Alright? So what I was telling you is on the coastal line we are surrounded by water bodies. There's the Arabian Sea. Okay? Yes, sir, we are covered with the Arabian Sea, and we don't take the Indian map down because Kerala and that side also has the sea coastline there, but we take the Arabian Sea on a little upper note. Now in this chapter, water resources, what you are going to study is how many important rivers we have in Karnataka, different kinds of irrigation that we do for agriculture, artificial means of supplying water or artificial means for the needs of agriculture. Then you are going to study the importance of hydroelectric power stations, the dams that are present in Karnataka, and if there are any problems regarding the river water that is being shared by two districts, okay, or within outside Karnataka, okay. Now there is a problem with Tamil Nadu and Karnataka, so these kind of disputes, problems, who shares how much of water, how much water will go into one state and the other into another state, alright. So this is what you are going to study in this chapter. We will go slowly one by one. Today we will study rivers of Karnataka and which are the two different types, and we will understand how we have to take it. Now I want you to divide, take your notebook, as I am doing it you must do it. If you are not doing it, it's again a task for you that you will have to repeat the video and see again. But when I do, if you do, you finish your work at once, alright. So we will study today rivers of Karnataka. Write it in between. Okay, rivers of Karnataka, and make two columns, alright. Now, we need water. Can you think of survival without water? Impossible. Impossible to survive without water. You need water to drink at least, okay. You need water for many other purposes, but major sources for your survival. You need water around you. Imagine our land to be very dry without water. Imagine things to be done without water. We cannot imagine it because we have never been in that kind of situation. And if we will have to imagine, we will have to get a scarcity of water. Only then we can realize or imagine what I am telling you to imagine when there is no water at all present. Now just think about in this way. If we didn't have water bodies at all, what would happen? Can you imagine a world or a life without those water bodies? There may be sea water, or there may be river, water bodies on the whole, seas, oceans, rivers, streams, everything. Everything that gives you water. Very hard to think. Even I'm finding it hard. Though I have posed a question to you, I cannot get possible answers for it, because we have not seen that situation. Experience and your ideas come only when you have encountered that situation, when you have gotten into that situation. And sometimes we ought to get it, only then we realize. That is why there is campaign, oh, save water, even droplets of water make a big ocean. Why do they say that? Drops of water make a big ocean. Very right. Just keep the tap open so that only drop by drop falls into the bucket. See, by morning your bucket is full. Okay? That small drop has made or collected so much of water in the bucket. Then just think of all the other taps or all the other ways where we are wasting water. Now we have been blessed. We should appreciate, we should be grateful that we have. Imagine some states that don't have and they're fighting for water. When we are fortunate enough, we must preserve it, because the day is going to come to us too that we are not going to have water with us. So all of you, you and I am telling both of us, should somehow, I have told you in natural resources, how we spoke about how we have to conserve or preserve water. Same thing you apply over here, alright? Though it's not related to this lesson, I want to take you to a different perspective of when we speak about water. Though it's not related in this lesson, it's not written that you'll have to say water in this lesson, it just gives you an idea of how many kinds of water resources and where do we have these water resources in our state, Karnataka. But put a thought of the lesson, natural resources, to this lesson and give your mind a little bit of work saying that you must save water. Remember, each day you use water for your routine things and for other purposes. Just keep a note of how much you waste. You drink enough water. Nobody says no. You drink good water, enough water, and be healthy. But on the other side, when you brush your teeth or you do your routine work or you're washing clothes, anything like that, how much of water gets wasted? So have a thought in mind. Today we will discuss about the east flowing and the west flowing rivers. Okay. Now, what I want you to do is write here east flowing and here west flowing. So we'll make a compare and contrast, okay, like differences that you write, so that it will be easier for you to study, alright? That is why I am doing it this way. So, and we'll finish the lesson also soon. Okay, move to the east flowing rivers. Just a second. Okay, north, south, east, west, east flowing and west flowing rivers. Okay, you're getting my point? All right. Now, write one. The east flowing rivers are Krishna. You studied this. I will write it a little bit small. Okay, the font size will be a little bit small. But what I say, I write there. So concentrate on what I'm saying and refer your textbook. You must always keep your text beside you. Okay, what I say you write there. Krishna, Kaveri, Pennar, Palar. These flow to the east flowing and they join what? They join Bay of Bengal. Okay. Now in this, write again one. Write the names of the rivers. Sharavati, Kali, Gangavali, Netravati, Varahi, Agha, Nashini, okay. Now they rise in the Malnad region and they join Bay of Bengal. Okay. They rise in the Malnad region and they join the Bay of Bengal. Next, go back to the east flowing rivers, the second point. Krishna is the second important river of South India. Okay. Second important river of South India. Now there is no such point as, okay, here you write Jog Falls on Sharavati river is world famous. So a comparison, all right. Go to the third point. Krishna is taking birth at Mahabaleshwar and it flows 1392 kilometers east to join Bay of Bengal. So what is Krishna doing? It rises in Mahabaleshwar, moves 1392 kilometers eastwards and where? Here. Okay, and then goes and joins, the Bay of Bengal is over here, right? So goes and joins the Bay of Bengal. Now here, here in the second point, just add Jog Falls is 293 meters, okay, highest waterfall of that is the second point, okay. In this there is no third point, so cross it, there is no third point. The fourth point, okay, add in the third point. It is only crossing 400 kilometers in Karnataka. Who is crossing? Krishna is crossing only 400 kilometers in Karnataka. Okay. Now the tributaries of Krishna are Bhima, Koina, Tungabhadra, Ghataprabha, and Malaprabha. Ghataprabha and Malaprabha. Okay, there is no fourth point in this, all right? There is no fourth point in that. Whatever is remaining, we'll cover it in C. If there is no point that is exactly comparing, then we write it as extra points later. So for this there is no comparison, so put an X mark. Now go to the fifth point. Okay, the fifth one. Okay, from river Krishna, it is used for irrigation and hydroelectric power. Okay, and that has benefited North Karnataka. So irrigation and hydroelectricity power that is being derived from river Krishna has benefited whom? Has benefited the northern part of Karnataka. In this, okay, the rivers that you wrote, Sharavati, Kali, Gangavali, Netravati, Varahi, okay, Aganashani, all these rivers, they flow down, okay, they flow down steep slopes. I have told you what is steep. Steep slopes, and they create waterfalls. Okay, they create waterfalls, and they also help in the generation of hydroelectric power. How is it created? There is blockage of water done. Okay, now imagine there's water flowing over here. Okay, there is a barrier that is put over here, and there is a small opening there. And once this is an opening, you believe, and they open this, okay, they open that, there is gush of water, there is force of water that's falling down like this, and with that generation of hydroelectricity is done. Okay, there is, see, it's blocked, water is blocked. You just try, if you block water somewhere and if you just leave it at once, when it is filled, it goes very fast, okay, this gush of water. So when they generate it, they open this opening, and from a height the water falls down. From a height the water falls down, and that force is extracted for electricity. Go back and see some videos, you will understand better. Okay, so we'll write the sixth point now. Okay, Kaveri, important river of Karnataka. See, when you are studying, now this is points, isn't it? It's not your exact notes, but when you're writing points, don't write the whole sentence. Write words that you may tend to forget. All other linking words you always remember, isn't it? English is not that difficult. All linking words you can remember. So whatever is important, just write those words, because certain words you may forget. Now if you don't write Kaveri itself, and if you write important river of Karnataka, you must know, right, which is the important river. So important aspects you write. Linking words and other connecting words don't write. then it's left to you students. If you find it difficult like that, you write the whole statement. Okay. Now Kaveri is the important river. Now this is known as the Dakshina Ganga. What is it known as? Dakshina Ganga. Okay. There is no such point over here. No sixth point. Moving on to the seventh point. Okay. Kaveri originates in Talakaveri in Kodagu district, and it flows 804 kilometers through Karnataka and Tamil Nadu towards the east and joins the Bay of Bengal. Okay. Now there is no such point over here. Moving on to the eighth point. The eighth point says tributaries of tributaries of Kaveri. Okay, you write them down. Okay, Hemavati, it's there in page number 107. Harangi, Lokapavani, Arkavati, Shimsha, Lakshmana Tirtha, Kapila, Suvarnavati and Bhavani. Okay, and this water from this is used for agriculture, power generation, then drinking water supply. No such comparison over here in the west flowing river. Ninth point. Okay. Pennar, Palar flow through districts of Kolar, Tumakuru, Bengaluru, and then they enter Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu. Okay, North Pennar and South Pennar are two different rivers. So this is the ninth point. There is no ninth point over here. No comparison as such. But here an extra point. You write this as the 11th point over here. There is no 11th point over here. Oh, not 11th? Okay, 10th. 10th point, there is no 10th point, but there is 10th point over here. That is other important waterfalls that are there, which is that Gokak on Ghataprabha, Bandaje on Netravati, Unchali on Agnashayini, Chaya Bhagavati on Don River, Chunchun Katte, Shimsha, Ganga Chuki, Bara Chuki on Kaveri, and Magadu waterfalls on Bedti. Okay, Bedti is Gangavali. Alright. So this is the comparison between east and west flowing rivers. Now, if you write like this, it is easy for you to, others you keep on searching where and what it is. Now, Pennar is also known as Pinakani, okay, and southern Pennar is known as Ponniyayar in Tamil Nadu. We don't know the exact pronunciation. How I could do it, I did it, okay. Ponniyayar. All right. So now this, go to the map there in page number 106. We'll go from the north. See the rivers that are there, okay. How many rivers do flow and what is there? We'll go from the beginning there on the top, okay. Okay, I think it's Manjra, Karanja, Mulamari, Bennetore, okay, Kagina, Bhima on that side. See, Krishna is somewhere in between there. And the other slant I cannot read, I don't know. Okay, we'll skip that. I don't know, it's, the text is not clear. On the other side, on the left hand side, is Gadaprabha, Malaprabha down there. Okay, go near that Goa there. Not to Goa, but Goa that's written there, Kali, Bedti, okay, Dharma, Varada, Sharavati. Tungabhadra is over here. See Tungabhadra on the east side. Okay, Kumudavati, then Tunga, Sharavati, Kolur, then Bhadra, Gurpura, Netravati, Yagachi, Talakaveri. These go down, okay. Now it's coming from the top there, Uttar Kannada, then Uttar Kannada, Dakshin Kannada, that side, all right, and then it is going down. Divide it as we divided into coastal, Malnad and the Maidan region. Divide the map like that and you'll understand better where each one of them lies, okay. So, Dakshin Kannada, Udupi and Uttar Kannada on the coastal line there, okay, that side of the Arabian Sea, whereas the east side of the Karnataka doesn't get that water body because it is the border of another state there. So, on this side we are not in any border on the coastal line, okay, that's Mangalore, Udupi and Karwar, and that side we are not on the border of anybody. We are on the coastal line. So, that side we in Karnataka are covered by water, but here we are not covered by water on the eastern side. Okay, go down, Yakchi, Talakaveri, Hemavati, Kapila, Kaveri, Shimsha, okay, Arkavati. Divide the map only, then you will understand it better. So, with this I would not want to go further because study this much properly. If you study this much and get thorough, then we can move on, because I don't want you to get confused with this. There are a lot of points in the east flowing rivers. On this side, west flowing is very less compared to what is there in the east. The points are less compared to what's there in the east flowing rivers, alright. So, read this much, read the text. I know I have not done much, but because I have not done much because I want you to get thorough with the words there, okay. These are typical Indian pronunciations which you will have a lot of time, you will take a lot of time to remember them, alright. Draw it, write it neatly, okay, draw the columns neatly, write it neatly and keep it. Not only for today, but even for your end term exams that are going to come, it will help you at that time also. I am not telling you it's going to help you only today, it's going to also help you in your term exams that you write. That's the end term that you write. So, keep it ready for yourself and read, let us know this, do you know this, okay, interesting things that are put down. Next class we will deal with irrigation and hydroelectric power, and with that we can wind up the lesson, okay. Thank you very much students for listening. I shall meet you in the next class.